ran into a problem, like always. So, this pressure washer you got here, it no got power. It was smoking. It's leaking out the bottom. No good.
What? Help me! Hold on.
So, I don't think I'll be able to, well, it's supposed to track me. I don't think I will be able to finish pressure washing today. I'll try to spray with the hose, but, yeah, you can see. I mean, I got this side done, but that stuff is caked on there. The good thing is this is the side I needed cleaned for the snorkel, so I don't necessarily need the whole Jeep clean. I just need the area for the snorkel clean. So, win-win. Side that needs a snorkel, it's already kind of clean. Not fully, but clean enough. Alright, people. As you can see, it's kind of clean. But what I gotta do is cut a hole here, line everything up. Got the other parts there. They give me this paper layout, but it doesn't really help very much. So, probably won't use that. But who knows, you need a rivet gun, you need a drill, you're gonna need a grinder. I'll show you guys everything once I get started, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of what was up. Alright guys, so we got the snorkel, I got the clamp tightened. I'm just trying to mock it up right now. I do have Sharpie on there. I'm not gonna cut all the way over here. I'm gonna stay kind of over in this area because that way I can adjust it. If I cut too much, then I can't go back. So I'm gonna do all this back here because it'll be hidden behind this guy right here. So if you can see it, there's that in there. So I'm gonna cut more on the back side than on the front. That way, if I have to, I could slide it forward. And then I gotta figure out how that bracket lines up. There's a bracket on the back of this that you gotta rivet on to here, so it'll sit like that. But you gotta make sure everything's high. That way, your door don't hit it. So just gotta keep everything in mind. These are the big old rivets it gives you. They give you these studs, and then they give you 4 bolts, 4 nuts, my bad, and then 4 washers, and then all that is for the back of the snorkel itself. Once you cut that hole out and you get it situated, you can figure out where your mounting spots are. So then we'll figure that out, drill the holes, do the same thing on that, drill those holes, rivet that bracket on. But yeah, I think it's gonna come together pretty good. But only time will tell. We're gonna grab this grinder and we're not gonna make it round. I mean, I'm gonna try my best to make it round, but I don't see that happening. But we'll try it. So I'm gonna have to do a little more trimming. Alright, didn't make it round. I made it square. It's okay though. Alright, so I just cut the rest of it at the top. It did look like it went in pretty decent. It looks like it's doing what I want. Looks alright to me. Might gotta take off the Cherokee, but who knows. I'm gonna mark that bracket up there. That way we can actually secure this to the Jeep. So, alright. I don't even know if this rivet gun takes them this big. That's what he said. Or she said. Whatever it goes. Which way? I don't know.
Okay.
We're gonna need to find the drill bit that will fit the end of that. So I gotta go find that. Alright guys, so don't really have a drill bit, but I have a screw and I have the rivet, and they pretty much look the same to me. So we're gonna go ahead and run it. Hopefully I don't freaking smack the windshield, because I've done that a couple times. Alright, I didn't smack the windshield, that's good. It is optional, but you can put sealant on the back of your bracket and on all your holes and then rivet it in. That is an option. Alright everybody, so I went ahead and got some transparent caulking or sealant, whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna put it in the holes and I'm gonna put it right across. That way it's sealed, because I don't want water getting inside the frame, so to speak. I mean, obviously it's mud cheap, but gotta do your due diligence. That way it also will hold it on a lot better too. Yeah, don't accidentally mount this thing the wrong way. You don't want it up like that. You want it like this. That way, your snorkel sits down on it. You really want to pick these up. These things are as long as a nail. Like, jeez. Ooh, yeah, that thing's sturdy, boy. I could shake the Jeep. This on here. I got my little handy dandy light. Put up underneath here. I think I knocked out the Sharpie again. We're gonna need that hose. Bit of a pain to get them in, to be honest with you. Beautiful. That thing's on there. Alright, now I gotta start connecting the hoses. Alright guys, so I took the air box out. I cut the front of it off. It used to be a lot longer. There it is. I cut that off. And then I took the grinder and I filed down these ridges. It had these ridges right here. I had to file those down. And then there was one here. I had to file that down. That way this sits on there. Perfect, you know what I'm saying? So now I have to drill this along this flange, drill it along this flange, seal it, put it back on, and then rivet it together. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start that process. It's gonna be fun. Alright, so before you rivet it together, you're gonna clean out all these pieces of plastic, all the plastic burrs. I guess the inside of this don't really matter, but clean them all up. Clean them all up off this piece. And then you're gonna take your sealant and goober the heck out of it. I always say you can't ever have too much. You might make a really big mess, but it's better to have too much than not enough. Hands getting tired. Ugh. Man, I didn't hold back at all. Look at all that. Jesus. We'll see how well it goes on. Get the rivet gun. Drop the first rivet in. Yeah, it's lined up on this side. There we go. I like to drop them all in. That way you don't have a mishap and it not be aligned, and then you're SOL. Alright, so I got it on there. It's all riveted on there. Sealant, all that good stuff. Now I gotta try to get it in there. But the problem is I believe I have to cut a hole in the frame. That way this pipe can drop through. Alright guys, so I got it mocked out. You can see the little circle. It's not going to come out to be a circle because I'm going to use the grinder. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut that out because of my contraption I made here. And then I'm going to attach the hose to this, drop it all down through, bring it up and around and connect it to there. So alright, so I went ahead, I cut that hole bigger, I attached the hose to this, get out all the dirt and stuff, and now we're good to drop this down in there. Yeah, I would have cut it and went through the side, but there wasn't enough room in there, so there was no way to do that. So put your clamp on here. There's a lot of dirt caked up underneath the intake box, air intake. Anywho, I'm gonna try to take this zippy. It's pretty dull. I'm gonna try to take this zippy, and I'm gonna try to cut into the floor, or the body, so to speak, of the Jeep. So, can't really get you set up the best, but I'm gonna try to cut the hole in it. That way, the hose can fit through it for the snorkel, and we will be good to go. Then she will pretty much be snorkeled, other than me having to do a breather hose for the transmission and for the axles, front and rear, front and rear axles. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I did the front, but not yet. All right, let's get it going. Probably gonna be loud. Would be loud if I had a charged battery. Let me go get some batteries and stuff, and I'll be back. So I got it all mocked up. I got the snorkel on. So you do still have to drill the holes for the pins. So I use this after I put the snorkel through the hole there, and then I kind of rubbed it on the paint, and then I just transferred the marks and shot holes through it that way. But before I tighten those all the way down, I threaded those 3 screws that go on that bracket on the back, on the other side of the snorkel over here. I don't use the washer underneath there. Good luck reaching them and everything else. I didn't use them, I just used the nuts. It's alright. So now I'm going to work on putting the hose on to the other part of the snorkel underneath. And then we also have this that I have to try to get onto the air box. Hopefully I don't have to take off the front grill. That would suck. Hopefully I don't, but we might. But you'll be with me to find out. So come on. So you cut that off, and then you put this on, and you rivet it on. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's what it looks like. So that's what we're gonna end up doing. Brute force is always the right answer. Okay, so we did get mud in here. That's not good. We don't have a filter. No. Alright, so I took my impact, I tightened that screw down. All I gotta do now is really tuck this up in here and secure it somehow, some way. And then I gotta seal the box. There's a couple holes in here. Seal that, put the screw on it, put the filter in it, and then dielectric grease everything. And then just start doing the breather hoses and stuff, so. She's gonna be snorkeled and we can go deep here soon. Not right now, but here soon. Can't wait. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Alright guys, so I sealed the box up. I put the filter back in. I put the top back on. Plugged in all the hoses. So now she's ready to go. Snorkel is on it. Still gotta fix the fenders, but. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this, and then I'll get you guys an actual picture what she's gonna look like. But I'm happy with it. Shout out to Husky. Look at them lights on the top of that thing. Like, Jesus. Those are literally just magnetized Husky lights. But look at that. She bright, boy. Look at that. Bright as hell. Yeah. You can see out the windshield just fine. Heck yeah. I'm gonna use those on the trail one day when I'm not actually mudding. I just wanted to throw those up there just to see what it would look like. But holy cow, it lights this up. Alright. Alright, I think it turned out pretty good. You guys let me know. Hell yeah. She ready to go deep. Now look at the difference. No lights. Barely anything. Flip you back around. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's got some light, but not nearly what that thing just put off. That's wild. But snorkel is on there, baby. Snorkel is on there. Cannot complain. Alright, everybody. What do you think? Yeah, the Husky lights gotta be pretty bright to outpower those lights. But yeah, I couldn't finish pressure washing. The pressure washer took a crap. So I pressure washed this side to start with. Thank goodness, that way I could put the snorkel on. But yeah, that's what she looks like. It looks clean. As clean as you can for the vehicle